In this video, I'll show you how you can use layers and groups to keep your garden plan ordered and go from this to this. Layers and groups are very similar, but they also have some differences. We'll start by going through the layers. You can locate the layers within this left side panel. This is the Layers button. When you click it, a panel showing the layers will open. In a new garden plan, there'll be one layer named Layer 1. All of the elements in your garden plan have to belong to a layer. If you don't create any layers yourself, they will all be placed inside this default Layer 1. Now we'll go ahead and create a new layer. Click the New Layer button, and a new layer will appear. The layer name will be Layer followed by a number. Now, right-click the layer and then select the Rename button. I will name this layer Trees and then finish by pressing the Enter key. Now I would like to add this tree element to the layer. So I simply click on the tree, and then the Element tab opens, and then you see this layer icon, and you just click the button, and then you select the Trees layer. If you need to delete a layer, simply right-click the layer and then choose Delete. The primary use of the layers is that you can simply select the order in which the elements are displayed. For example, if I drag this Trees layer all the way down to the very bottom, then the tree is displayed behind the other elements. When I drag it all the way to the top, the tree is displayed on top of the other elements. You can see that the ground layer has this green border, and the background is a little darker than the other layers. This means that this is the selected layer. Click on another layer to change selection. When you add a new element to your garden plan, it goes to the chosen layer by default. You can change layer by clicking the element and click the Layer button. You can also use layers to quickly hide and show elements. For example, if you want to hide all trees in your garden plan and you have a layer named Trees, you can disable this tick mark and all trees in your garden plan will be gone. When you enable it, the trees come back. I can do this for all the layers. Hide all elements in the layer and show again. This is very useful when placing plants beneath trees. You can create any layer you like, but having a layer for trees, constructions, shrubs, furniture, perennials, bulbs, and ground is a very good starting point. Now we'll go through the groups. The groups are located beneath the layers. You can click this icon, and the Groups panel will appear. You can see that they look very similar. To create a new group, you click the New Group button. The default name will be Group plus a number. Again, you can right-click and rename it. When you start a new garden plan, there'll be no groups, and there's no requirement that elements should belong to a group. To add an element to a group, simply select the element and click this Group button in the Element tab. Then you can select which group it should belong to. You can also reorder the groups, but unlike the layers, the order of the groups does not affect the garden plan. It'll only be for your own convenience. Two of the main reasons to use groups are that you can try different versions of a small area in your garden. For example, in this narrow bed, I could assign one group to these plants and then create another group to try some other plants. Then you can toggle visibility with these checkboxes. The other reason is when you are generating a plant list. Suppose this narrow bed is your new garden bed, and you need to create a complete plant list for it. If you go to the Export tab and click on the plant list, it will display all of the plants used across your entire garden. That's not useful if you only want the plants from the narrow bed. So now we can go in and hide all other plants, and now it will only include plants from the narrow bed because the plant list includes all visible plants in the garden plan. The last practical tip for layers and groups is that you can easily move all the elements in a layer or group. You simply right-click on the group or the layer, and you choose Select All Elements. And then all the elements in this group are selected, and you can easily move them all. I hope this will help you keep your garden plan organized and easy to work with. Thanks for watching.